Welcome Kasturians. Today in this video we will discuss chapter 3 of economics, that is money and credit. So what is money? Money is something that acts as a medium of exchange when it comes to transaction involving exchange of goods and services, or sometimes it is said that money is what it does. Now the question arises, why it is said that money is used as a medium of exchange, or it is used as an intermediate in the exchange process. It is very easy for a person holding money to exchange that money for any commodity or service that he or she requires. So in today's life, money, especially in the form of currency, that includes paper notes as well as coins, and sometimes the demand drafts or the checks, all this is included in money. It is used as a medium of exchange also because the currency is authorized by the administrative authority of the country, that is the government. In our country, it is the Reserve Bank of India that is authorized to issue currency notes on behalf of the central government. Now, why money came, or why money was introduced? In the exchange, when two persons who are involved in the exchange, the two persons or parties, they agree to sell and buy each other's commodities. It is called a double coincidence of wants. Like in earlier days, when there was no money, suppose if a person having wheat wishes to get the wheat exchanged with rice, first, the very first problem that comes forward was to find a person who is having rice and who is also willing to get the rice exchanged with wheat. Second, depends upon the quantity of the wheat which can be exchanged with the quantity of rice, whether the two quantities will be same or different. Also it depends upon the quality of the goods. So it was the barter system in which goods and goods exchange was facilitated, but later on, when such problems were faced, this system was abandoned, and this created a need, or this created a surge for the ruling administrations to introduce something that can be accepted as a common medium of exchange to overcome the problems which were faced in the barter system. So in the barter system, it was actually the double coincidence of wants, that is, a person who is having one commodity wants to get that commodity exchange with other. So the second party or the second person should also possess the same commodity which he wishes to exchange with the first person with the same commodity or good. So this double coincidence of wants was one reason. Also, the currency, that is commonly termed as money, the currency notes, they include they do not include only the money which is held in the hands of the public, but it also includes the deposits which are made by the people with the banks. So the deposits in the bank account that a person can withdraw at any time, such deposits are known as demand deposits. People only require some currency, or currency up to a required limit, and if to spend in their day to day life, or to fulfill their day to day needs, and the surplus amount they keep in the bank, in a bank account, as a safe deposit. Banks The main work of banks is to accept the deposits and to pay the deposits back to the depositor when required. And for the meantime, the person is keeping the amount with the bank. The bank also pays an interest on that particular stipulated amount at a fixed rate as per decided and revised by the Reserve Bank of India. Apart from this, we have checks. Check is actually the paper which instructs the bank to pay the specific amount which is written on the check from a person's account to the persons in whose favor the check is being drawn. That's why on checks it is written on the left hand corner, top left hand corner, account pay. Now, who is actually governing this issue of currency notes? It is the Reserve Bank of India, commonly known as RBI in abbreviated form, which controls the supply and amount of currency to be printed and introduced into the market. The Reserve Bank of India, it also supervises the activities of the organized or the formal sector and keeps the track of the activities. Also, for the informal sector, there is no control of the Reserve Bank. The bank periodically revises the monetary policy, and on a periodic basis, the banks which are working under the guidance of Reserve Bank of India, that is the commercial banks, they submit information related to RBI, that how much amount they are lending and to whom and at what rate of interest, that is what is the rate of interest prevailing on different types of loans. Now how the people, they, the banks, they get this money which they are lending to those who are seeking for loan? It is actually the deposits with the bank, that is the extra money which people have. They deposit that money in the banks by opening the bank account. The banks accept such deposits and pay an amount as interest on such deposits for the stipulated period for which the amount is kept with the bank. Also, there is a provision to withdraw the money as and when required by the people or the person who has deposited. That's why such deposits are termed as the demand deposits. Since the deposits can be withdrawn, also such deposits can be paid through check to the payer who has an account with the bank, and the check contains a specific amount which is to be deducted from the person who is issuing the check in favor of other person or the firm. Thank you. That's all we have in this video. In the next video, we will discuss about the loan activities of the banks and credit, how the credit is maintained and what is the meaning of credit. Thank you. That's all. Have a nice day.